originated in ancient Japanese mythology. Clay dolls were often sculpted in its image. I see. Oh, there it is. Hey, what's up, Noah? How you doing, my man? Good to see you. How's life treating you? I happy to see you again. I haven't seen thoughts on I will tell you this. Some people just want to throw that word around without knowing what it really means, and they wanted to twist it into something completely different. So, that's your answer. I'm good to hear it, Noah. Anything special that's actually happened to you? Talk to me. Yeah. Oh, nice. Magic Mom. Actually, I got a better question for you. Why would you come on to somebody's stream to start shit with me? Because you're looking to get a reaction out of somebody. And what really pisses me off is that you're willing to throw all kinds of ridiculous accusations just to start crap with me. It's funny. To who exactly? It's not funny to me. What's so funny about it? What's the punchline? There's no comedy behind it. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you're just coming over here thinking that you're entitled to waste somebody's time. Pretty stupid if you ask me. Hey, what's going on, Amis? How's life treating you, my man? Look. Honestly, I know about the story. Personally, I don't give two shits about it. But for you to even throw slavery for no reason tells me that you're very immature, emotionally immature. Oh, I see. A bunch of people popping in for no reason other than to start crap. That's kind of cute. Oh, isn't that very cute? Oh. I mean, look, car edits. Nothing really special going on right here. Just playing a game right now. Just enjoying myself at the moment. But I do have everything taken care of right now. I'm just waiting for the time so I can get back to work tomorrow. So I'm just enjoying my time off right now. Pretty funny if you ask me. Yeah, I'm trying to. But I'm actually trying to finish this game up tonight. I mean, that's kind of the funny part about it. It's kind of killing me right now, though. It's like you play a game that you really enjoy, and next thing you know, it's it's called Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. I'm pretty much done with the game. I just need to fight against the final boss, and after that, I'm actually gonna go to the next game. I mean, I got like 100 games in my library that I need to finish up, and it's kind of sick. It's kind of stupid though, because it's like this. I think out of all of the video game systems I've actually owned, there's only one system that I have 100% completed all the games that I've played. But as far as the others are concerned, I haven't completed every single one of them. Like, my library is kind of incomplete, which really sucks. Oh, right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, but it's a pretty good game though. It's a pretty good series. If you think about it, it's basically if you know Pokemon, it's basically Pokemon, but it's for the mature audience. Instead of collecting little pocket monsters that you collect and interact with, you collect demons. And demon is kind of different in this game anyway. But I could tell you that that is all based, and all religions are pretty much represented. Every single religious mythology is represented. Christianity, Hinduism, Shintoism, African religions, all that other stuff. So, a lot of the mythological religions are being represented here, but they have a pretty nice interwoven story. I mean, I haven't touched Pokemon in a long time personally, and I personally would love to get back and play all of the old games. Well, play the new games that's out right now, especially on the Switch. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. I really do. I mean, that's the thing though. Like, I don't really follow Pokemon like I used to. Oh, you just got back? Cool. Welcome back, man. Welcome back. I used to play. I mean, I haven't really been very big into Pokemon as much. All religions are myths. Alright? So, that's a fact. Every religion is a myth. That's a fact. Do I watch anime? I'm starting to get back into watching anime. And actually, there is actually this, I don't know if you guys actually know, but there is a lot of really good, there's actually some independent anime. There's actually this independent channel on YouTube. I believe it's called Galverse. And they just uploaded the first episode of their show. And I would highly recommend watching it. Let me see if I could pull it up somewhere. It's called Galverse. Let me see if I can actually type it up for you guys. If y'all check it out, look it up. Oh, it's also on my, oh yeah. VER. Oh, do I have Skyrim? I actually have Skyrim. Let me show you. Let me see. I actually have Skyrim. I have a Switch. I do have Skyrim actually. I do not have Fortnite. I think it's free to play though, so I could download it on my Switch right now if I want to, but I'm not really big into it. I remember like when it first came out and everybody was going crazy over it. It was that, and also PUBG, or Player Underground Battleground. I think that's what it's called. Player Unknown Battlegrounds. Oh, you're Masonic? What do you mean by that? Oh yeah, and like I said, if y'all were to look up Galverse on YouTube, and you can watch the first episode right now, I would highly recommend it, especially like if you watch 80s and 90s anime. And I did watch all of Bleach. I actually watched Bleach. I didn't get a chance to watch the 1,000-Year Blood War that's out on Netflix right now, but I've actually read the manga a long time ago. And Oh, because of my channel pick. You're talking about the Eye of Providence. No, I'm not. I'm not part of any. I'm not part of any group or organization. I know what you're talking about now. I get what you're saying because of the Eye of Providence. Yeah. No, that's just a symbol. That's more like a symbolic thing that kind of represents my name as well and who I am. I mean, theoretically speaking, anybody can be a big brother as long as you have access to a computer. But it is very fascinating, though, I would say. All right, man, you take care of yourself and have a good day. Yeah, and also, I'm trying to figure something out with this. So, I'm using Prism Live, and Prism is love what you do, man. Gotta go though. Hey, no problem, man. You take care of yourself. Thanks for coming by. So anyway, right now, Prism Live is transitioning into going into some sort of paid service. And from the looks of it, I think the multi-stream bit is probably going to be affected by it in some capacity. So I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what's going to happen. But if it does go into if it goes into a paid subscription service where we have to pay a good bit of money, I'm probably going to have to find another service because this is not something I'm going to invest in long term. And I'm trying to figure out if there's any kind of equivalent of it for a mobile streaming, like some kind of mobile streaming application that's free and does have some robust tools that allows multi-streaming technology. So I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. So. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but if anything, I'm probably just going to go ahead and allow myself to just just play everything by ear and not just let it get to me, you know. I'm just going to basically just play it by ear, hopefully that everything goes well. So in that regard, I don't know. I mean, am I going to continue streaming? I would like to believe I am. I'm probably going to stick around with it. That's how I see it. I'm going to probably stick around with it. But what I'm going to use as an alternative, I have no idea. I heard Streamlabs might be a pretty viable option. Like, it is what it is. So, whoops, wrong one. So, all right. Damn.
My
So be it. Die!
Here.
Do I want to go to the final boss tonight? I think I want to, but I don't know. Thank you.
Ready? Most impressive. So be it.
Alright, let's see. Anything special here? Man, that's interesting. I wonder if there's a way in order to directly feed the game from the TV to the phone. I'm actually kind of curious about that. Oh. Hmm.
be it. Die! You. You.
Hey, what's up, Andrea? How you doing today? Good to see you again. I take it you're doing perfectly fine, or no? Yeah, what's been going on with you today, Andrea? Happy to hear from you.
This'll do.
Wait. Hey, no idea this is a thing right here. Oh, really? Well, that's really nice. So, how long has she? So, what is it? Okay, so she leaves for Texas for a few months. So it's just her pet is basically just visiting somebody else or staying with them for the duration of her being in Texas. So you say for a few months, though, is she staying there permanently, or she's just visiting there for just a few months? I mean, either way, that's incredible. I mean, I'm glad to hear that. At least the Chihuahua can finally have a little home and a little bit of normalcy. I would definitely say, because moving is very volatile and staying in one place is perfectly ideal. I mean, I would definitely say this. So, like, people who have pets, I do applaud them because that is a big responsibility. I mean, I don't have an idea what it's like to have a pet, or at least I had pets before, but I don't have any idea what it's like to actually have a dog or a cat or any other four-legged animal that requires a lot of attention. Our maintenance guys finally fixed our bathroom tile rack and our bathroom faucet. She's going to visit Texas for a few months, and her and I both feel that it's in the best interest to go to a new home in Idaho. Oh, that's definitely a new journey. I mean, I'll admit though, Idaho looks like a pretty nice place to live in. I mean, definitely if you're into the more small town kind of aesthetic as well, especially. It would be much more ideal, I would definitely argue.
You.
But I would definitely say congratulations to her. I'm really happy to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that. So at least a new home and a nice new setting. It would definitely be of her best interest to make sure that she is in a very well-rounded, decent environment. So with that being said, I'm actually glad for that. I'm really glad to hear that. That is something that is definitely... The little zoo name is Tinker. It's actually kind of cute though. Tinker, like, why it's called Tinker? Where did the name come from? I think it's a cute little name, but where did the name Tinker come from? I'm curious about that. Oh, I see. Makes sense. I mean, like I said, I really applaud people like that who actually has pets and takes care of them. I mean, it takes a certain type of love and a certain type of time and affection and investment in order to really care for for animals like that. I can't do it. I mean, it's not really something that I would be very familiar with or accustomed to, I would probably say. But needless to say, it's definitely, I'm glad to see that that has been resolved. Oh, okay. So that's where it is.
You fool. Most impressive. You fool.
I'm going to go ahead and, after this. I think after this I'm going to go ahead and make that attempt. this.
Right. Right.
Let's go. I don't have to worry about that.
Young man. Yes. Let us go, young man.
Yeah, I'm kind of guessing what I'm going to do is for this.
Indeed.
I'm definitely going to go ahead and do my. I'm just going to do all this. See if I can power these guys up. And then after that, I'm just going straight to the final boss. I want to see how this all plays out. See if I can survive it. Let's see. Alright. Use it well. Alright, other haunts. Yep. Figured that was the case. Alright. So, after this, we're going to go tackle Lucifer. This will be the final battle. Yeah, boy, oh boy.
Indeed.
I just can't see myself doing that. Makes no sense to even use that since the other one actually hits while the other one, well, this one has low accuracy. Somehow. Alright. I don't know. For some reason, all these little things I'm digging up. Let me see. Is this going to be beneficial? Yeah, it should be. Vinyl umbrella. Alright. Let's see. Can I just get this?
Most impressive.
There we go. Now we can go To the Empyrean, to the throne room.
You brought Maka. Looking to sell, are you? Say thanks. Need any? Only.
Welcome to the world of shadows, where demons gather. Are you ready? Return when you have gathered.
So long. Alright. Let's see. It appears your thoughts can influence the existence of an opposing transcendent being to a certain extent. How would you envision this being? I wonder if that triggers... Wow. I'm probably going to get fucked in this one.
To possess such incredible power, no doubt means you are able to see my true form. Look upon me. Shall we begin? As the Lord of Chaos, I defeated the Creator, consumed his knowledge, and became more than he could possibly imagine. It was then I came to understand this world. Allow me to share what I'd learned.
Okay.
To ice. From gods to
Oh, shit. Okay.
Come!
it's definitely harder in this version.
The time. One must consider true freedom.
Ah! This motherfucker heavy. Yeah, fuck that.
One must.
Let's go.
Following the world's recreation, a new dot will eventually appear. And soon after, the gods will rise up to claim the throne. Battle after battle, you sought to purge demons from this world. But they will come slithering back, as they always do. This endless cycle is the result of a spatial governing phenomenon known as the Mandala system. Do you not wish to be free of such restrictions? Do you not wish to be free from Mandala's eternal machinations?
Here.
be free. At last, I have found but one possibility. End me. Consume my knowledge, and with it, wrest this world from the Mandala's endless eons. This is the reason for my transcendence.
Damn.
Observe. One must consider true freedom.
Okay. Ah, motherfucker. Alright, I was so fucking close. Alright. That just means one thing I gotta do. Shit. So fucking close. Alright. I think I got my final team ready, so here's what I'm gonna do.
Welcome to the world of shadows, where demons gather. Are you registering? Protect.
Okay. Alright, first mistake.
As the Lord of Chaos, it was the allow me to.
Can't use flawless, I gotta use Lester Candy.
To rise, thunder. One must. The time has come. From God's following the world's recreation, and you dot battle this end to you not.
Let's go.
accused one.
Who else can I get?
Your turn. Go!
Oh, you want some? Well, do ya? Huh?
Let's go. Come!
Life in full bloom.
Let's go.
my search end this? Thunder. The time. Is that all?
Oh, fuck.
The time. One must consider true freedom.
Oh, god damn it.
Light of the
Fuck. Alright. Bullshit. What in the fuck? I am not giving up on this one. That's fucked up. Alright. I'm gonna have to go ahead and do this instead. Whoops. No, I didn't mean to do that. This is ridiculous. How? Well, they made it challenging. They said, okay. I thought I was going to be real prepared for this one, but I guess not. Oh, boy. I mean, that press should equip them all with Enduring Soul or something. second thought, I'm gonna keep. Oh no! Damn! Come on. Alright, let's try this again. Yes. No, I really can't be serious.
As the Lord of Chaos, I did it was that allowed me to. To ice.
Alright.
Let's go.
Yeah. I heard that they've actually made it a lot more challenging, but I did not anticipate it to be this challenging. I'm not giving up though. Let me see. Yeah. All right. Okay.
The time has come.
So I'm trying to figure out. I wonder if this. All right. You know what? Screw this. I'm gonna do this instead. Alright.
Following the path of this endless sight, do you not wit?
Let's see. Photos from recovery, elements and everything else. Nope, that was wrong.
Long have I searched for a way end. This is...
Alright, let's try this again. Because I got a strange feeling that this is some major fuckery that I'm messing up on.
Let's go. Here.
From God's defeat.
Alright. You know what? Guess I'll have to do it this way now. At least I got this taken care of. Alright, so I got a good strategy now. Hey, don't worry about Ian. He came in a little earlier trying to be a jackass, and it didn't really quite work out the way he wanted to. So I would say pay him no mind. He's just a wimp. He's a little sad little wimp, that's all. Let me see, what else? I'm looking at finish this here. We're back here again. Oh, damn it. Wait. Oh, damn, I fucked up. Oh, jeez. Oh boy, just when I thought I actually had it down pat and I messed up on it. I should have never did that. That actually messed me up pretty bad. Oh, jeez, really? I agree with you. He has no reason to except just to start crafting me. And that's the sad part about it. Yeah, I'm done. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'll worry about it tomorrow. Oh, jeez, I would have never guessed that. I would have never guessed it. This would have to be done probably tomorrow or maybe another time. Okay, so here's the thing. This is the final boss. And this final boss is no joke. Now, granted, I intentionally selected the extremely powerful being part of it, just to see what he's like as a final boss. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I was not anticipating it to be this difficult. Because when I played the original version, it was difficult. It wasn't difficult at all. Like, it was really designed to where it was over-prepared. I was over-prepared, and I was able to complete the task the way it was intended to be. It didn't seem like it was that difficult. But they cranked the difficulty up quite a bit for this final battle, and I was very surprised by it. But I'll admit, I messed up on my own accord, mostly because I screwed up pretty badly. I screwed up pretty badly on it. I pretty much gambled, thinking that it was actually going to be very easy, but that really wasn't the case. I'm probably guessing it's largely due to the fact that I probably didn't pay attention to the weaknesses, because I'm pretty sure there is a weakness to be had, and if there was a weakness I could have exploited, that would have been something I could have actually done and completed. I was close to winning it tonight, but tomorrow's another day. That'll be my work day, though, unfortunately. I was hoping I could finish it up tonight, all the way through. And I really don't want to go back to play the original, actually select the original choice, because I want to fight him at his best. Which, it's not going to quite give me the true ending, since I already have the ending that I'm expecting to get. But, it is what it is. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a break for tonight, and I'm just going to go ahead and relax myself, just for the hell of it, and chat with you, or whoever's coming into the chat. So, but yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, you got a bunch of goofy, knock-me, selfish, conniving, self-centered, self-absorbed jackasses that will come in here and try to incite something just because they think they can try to get somebody's attention, which is really ridiculous, to be honest with you. Not a big fan of it. Definitely not a big fan of it. I really hate that. I really do. I can't stand it. It's a pain in the ass. I really thought, well, I'm not really surprised anymore, because at the end of the day, this is something that's been going on since even when the internet was still kind of brand spanking new, when you had chat rooms and people started doing live streaming. But back in the day, we used to call it broadcasting, or broadcast yourself. But nowadays, they call it streaming. And you get people like that all the time, though. And they always do it because they are nothing more but a bunch of miserable little creatures in their own personal lives, and all they're really looking for is to rile somebody up. Not my first time at the rodeo, you know. I mean, I wish there was a way for me to kind of like make sure the person gets blocked or something like that off of YouTube, but that's kind of hard to do anyway. It is tiresome, though. You want to take their computer and internet access away from them, they're going to start looking very, very unfamiliar with the world because they don't know what to do with themselves. It is infantile behavior. I would definitely say this is something that has been heavily emboldened as of recent, as of lately, even more so than ever. Infantile terrorism is what I call it. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that's right. I need to turn this light on. Yeah. Oh, I gotta make my food anyway. This is what happens when you're on it. This is what happens when you're dealing with a bunch of people who don't really have much of a life outside the internet, or their lives are really messed up. So they try to make themselves feel better and look for somebody else to try to rile up and piss off, I guess. They're pathetic excuses of human beings. They're little things that always like to scamper around. Yeah, but I don't think I actually have access to that anyway, right? Access to that anyway because I don't have a certain amount of subs, or I don't have a certain amount of subscribers on YouTube. And I don't know how, or I just don't know how to do it using this app, using the Prism app. Speaking of which, the Prism app is going to go into a paid subscription service. So I have no idea what that's going to look like. But I do suspect that maybe there's some applications or some functions such as multi-streaming is probably going to be on a paid subscription, and that's something that I'm not really going to entertain, especially since I'm not necessarily into. I'm just getting back in streaming, so I'm probably going to have to download Streamlabs or something like that and try to experiment with that, or I'm just going to have to stick with one particular platform and actually utilize their tools in order to get the right amount of you have their tools in order to make use of and work with that. But I just discovered the whole multi-stream function on Prism, and I thought that, hey, maybe that'd be something really good. And all of a sudden this curveball just came out of nowhere, and it said, hey, we're going to go into a paid subscription service, which basically says that maybe the multiple stream one, along with a few other things, such as having highlights and everything else across your screen, is going to cost you something. Everything costs money. Everything costs money, unfortunately. It sucks. Let's see. What can I do? What can I make? Oh, yeah. Seem like everything is going to require money, but that's expected. That's expected. It's almost like everything is going to require money. I just only hope that one of these days we don't have to worry about paying for air. I mean, we already have to pay for bottled water. clean water for that matter. And now we got to worry about worrying about clean water or something along those lines, which really sucks up the wazoo. Not the biggest fan of it, obviously. I wonder if I have to change out one of the moves. Plus, the inflation is basically everything. Oh, yeah, that's a heavy issue right there. I didn't really want to say anything about that, but yeah, that's one of the biggest issues that we have to contend with. But it's also the fact that the work, this is a broken system, really. And now it's like everybody's hustling to make money, and it's like everybody's trying to capitalize on something that people, generally speaking, we should have the knowledge or needs in order to do certain things, though. But if you don't know what to do, that's the reason why there's always a business for everything, right? If I can just go ahead and get, yeah, I'm gonna try something with this. I'm gonna mix it up. Put a little mixture in it. Oh, you know what? I don't think I really need to add in you know what? I'm gonna add a little extra rice to go along with this. More of this, add a little bit more, add a little bit more. All right, let me see. Man. Damn. Yeah. Oh. It's a real shame that folk can barely afford to feed, clothe, or house themselves sometimes. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. It's a shame. I mean, especially right now. But I don't know. The system that we're currently in right now is unsustainable because we already seen what they can do. We already seen what this system can really do, and it's not really benefiting anybody. I mean, now people are just trying their damnedest to survive even on the bare essentials. People have to sacrifice having a home or having to sacrifice to eat one day just to take care of their children if they have kids, or they'll have to skip a meal or skip a day to eat, that kind of stuff. It's a big shame, really. It really is. And the comforts of having that nuclear neighborhood kind of home and everything else is just getting much more expensive for a lot of people. And unfortunately, no one's really doing anything about it. I mean, there are people that are screaming at the top of their lungs, letting people know that this is an issue that we need to address, but it seems to me a lot of people are more fixated on helping out a very small population of people who have a lot more money than the rest of us, and they're the ones who don't have to worry about starving or losing their homes or anything of the sort, who's usually a paycheck away from losing their homes. A lot of the times, most of the people here, a lot of those people, they just tend to not give a fuck. They're more concerned about seeing what piece of property or land they can probably buy to set up another mansion or build another house or another yacht, rather than contributing to the rest of the country and actually invest in the people in this country. And that's also the reason why that's the reason why people are actually rebelling against a lot of this stuff, especially when you're talking about the whole family unit thing, because let's face it, in this day and age, no one but the uber rich anyway. Yeah, that's exactly who I'm talking about. And that's the reason why you gotta be out your fucking mind to even entertain the idea of having children. Because now they got a bunch of pronatalists that's complaining about having kids, that's complaining about not having enough kids because of the birth rate being very low. But how can you really expect people to even consider having kids when you're simply just telling them that they should struggle more? They should continue to suffer. They want you to suffer, but at the same time, they want you to keep making kids so that they can have a bunch of factory workers to work for them. And these are all worst case scenarios that are probably getting very close to reality too. But I would definitely say this. Right now, 1.6 children being born, they're going to have to adjust to that. Because at the end of the day, that's pretty much one part rebellion. And if you think you can try to force people to actually have kids, or try to incentivize them with a pittance, a pay, hey, what's going on, Haywan? Good to see you, bro. How you doing? Look, I would say this. Wealthy people, they already have their heads they have their heads elsewhere. They have their heads elsewhere except where it really matters. They do a small little donation to some sort of organization or some sort of country, and then after that, they basically just go back to their usual program. I'm doing okay. I'm a little frustrated because there's a game that I'm trying to finish up tonight. Can't seem to beat the final boss because I didn't realize how hard it was going to be. So either I'm going to have to adjust my... I'm going to have to start adjusting my... I have to do some adjustments. Oh, I'm not cooking. I'm just making my food for the night. I already made my food for the morning for my work day tomorrow. So I'm just getting everything prepared for the night. and just shutting everything down. I'd rather stay childless. Yeah, that's probably the smartest thing you can do. That's probably the smartest thing you can do in this day and age. It's better for you to actually stay single. Well, if you're going to be in a relationship, fine. But it would be wise for you to actually not invest in having a family. Because, one, they want to make things harder for you. They want to make things real hard for your ass. They really want to make things super hard for you. And what exactly your government entities are trying to do? They're trying to incentivize people. Like, how exactly is $5,000 going to really help people with children? Because daycare is expensive, diapers are expensive, baby formula is expensive, baby clothes are expensive. The first year is much more expensive. And it doesn't get easier. Because you have to deal with the uncertainty of an ever-evolving society that doesn't really give a fuck about you as a person. I mean, if you think you can have kids, more power to you. But there's no reason to even entertain the idea of having children. Because... And you know, it's really funny though, because I've actually had a conversation with some of my coworkers, and one of them in particular, nice guy and everything though, and he's an older guy, but it seemed to me he's kind of out of touch with the younger generation and what's going on with them, because I understand you may have a bunch of gray beards and such, but it doesn't make you a person that can impart some sort of wisdom when you're constantly ignoring the hardships that's going on with the younger generation, my generation, your generation, and it's just ridiculous even thinking about having children. But you're constantly having this conversation with somebody who insists on thinking that just do it. What's wrong with having kids? I mean, they're beautiful things. And I said, do you remember yourself? Do you remember being a kid yourself? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, see, that's another thing. Because this is another thing that I would say. This may sound like a pretty radical statement. But I would also argue that being a woman in this world, it's really difficult, especially when you're in a society full of people who only see you as nothing more but a factory, a thing, an object, and they don't want to incentivize you. They're trying to incentivize you by trying to goad you with money, but they don't really seem to have the means to listen to you on what is necessary to actually prop up, build up, and ensure that women are taken care of and incentivized beyond just monetary value. And I know, I mean, even countries that have very generous offerings for having children and everything, yeah, let alone two, that's true. Barely lasts a month, especially if you live in places like California, New York, or even some of the more expensive cities in other places. It doesn't, it barely lasts a month. It really does. Because by the time you finish with the rest of it, you're like, oh, damn, what am I going to do with this? Now, what am I going to do for the next month? No. They're going to have to try really, 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 really hard. Plus the price of iPads and all the dance tech. Yeah. Yeah, every little thing, because as they get older, it gets more expensive. Especially if you're talking about investing in your children to go to a private institution, like a private school institution that's supposed to prepare them for the future in some capacity. Then you also have to deal with the harsh reality of then of course you have to deal with the harsh reality of whether or not the investments are actually worth it, because you can actually get a kid to be educated in a private institution and it may come out as a complete letdown to you. And what's the point in even entertaining the idea of maintaining Let me see. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just turning everything off. Oh, jeez. I mean, what's the point? I mean, right now, everybody is suffering. Everybody's dealing with stuff like that. But especially if you're a woman in this world, it's much harder for you. And I acknowledge that. I recognize it. I see that. And honestly, especially when it comes to the pool of men that exist in this generation, especially younger generations, Generation Z, Alpha, especially since they were pretty much brought up on between the pandemic, and then after that you're talking about being insulated and cooped up in a house, listening to all kinds of bad takes on how to be a man and everything. The emotional intelligence is sorely lacking. The emotional maturity is sorely lacking. So I was raised by a single mother, and if I were rich enough, I would gift every stay-at-home parent $10,000 a week for life. I mean, if that is the case, you'll have to make you would have to have a net income of possibly maybe $340 billion or half a trillion dollars annually, consistently, in order to invest in it. But sadly, there really are no options except you're going to have to deal with the reality of you'll have to deal with the harsh reality of not being able to care about a lot of that stuff anyway. Oh, you know what? I need to put on some music for y'all too. That sucks. I forgot all about that. Oh. You're 17 years old? Yeah, so like I said, and I'm actually glad you think like that right now, because it's very important. And I'm assuming that you do live in South Korea, or do you live in the United States, or you live in the UK somewhere. Either way, no matter where you are, it's important for you to really work on yourself. And that's the advice I'm giving you as a guy. Because, and I'm saying this as a guy, there is no reason for you to even entertain the idea of getting into a relationship with somebody that may not be mature enough to really handle things like that. So that's great that you're actually made up your mind about stuff like this now. And I'm proud of you for that. I really am. So, I would definitely say, but then again, anything can happen. I'll be honest with you, anything can happen, but if you are adamant to really in order to find success in your life, there's going to have to be some changes in the social conditioning in society. You're going to have to change the attitude of, do you need a man? No. See, that's another thing though. What I'm going to tell you this, there's a lot of guys that get very triggered over women saying things like, I don't need a man. There's nothing wrong with saying that. There's nothing wrong with saying that. I think the thing is that whenever they hear something like that, they get this impression that, how dare you? You're supposed to validate my masculinity. Really, bro? Are you serious? Because here's the thing. What does it mean to say you need something? Needing is something like water, food. Because you need water to sustain yourself. You need food in order to sustain yourself. You can't go a week without water. I mean, you can't go a few days without water. You can't go a month without food. And it's crazy that a lot of these guys get this impression that by saying that you don't need us, well, who's going to handle, who's going to take care of you, who's going to look after you? Well, let me see. These are a couple of questions they usually ask commonly. All right, so let's say that who's going to protect you? Well, I don't know about you, but there's a little thing called a Smith & Wesson. There's a little friend of mine called Smith & Wesson. You can actually carry this person with you in your pocket at all times. And then in case somebody tries to attack you, pew, 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 pew. Or you use a pepper spray, or a taser, or a knife, or anything you can use as an object in order to defend yourself. Use your fingernails too. Scratch the hell out of somebody if you don't have any self-defense lessons. The fact is, or have a dog, have a pet, have a big German Shepherd or a big Rottweiler, and just bite them up. Just bite them in their leg, and chase them away. Because at the end of the day, a need is something you cannot live without. What they fail to see, what they fail to hear is, what is it in order to make sure that we are your peace, we are your peace. We want to make sure that you are comfortable, and that is something that is often lost in the conversation. Well, I would say pepper spray, everything you can use as a weapon. And you don't even need dudes anymore to have kids either, so it kind of defeats the purpose. So if anything, you're just better off enjoying your life. Now, I don't know, I'm assuming that you say you're in South Korea. I'm sure you've heard of the 4B movement. Maybe if there are some people that might actually be part of that organization or be part of that particular movement, you might know somebody like that. See if you can actually interact with them. I don't know how y'all can actually engage in it, because I know that there's a lot of antagonistic dudes that would take issue with women with short hair and all that. Which I think is pretty stupid to begin with, because women with short hair, they can rock it. They look good. Hey, more power to them. It's all about how they look and how they present themselves. And yeah, get yourself a pepper spray and a taser. A taser would also work just as fine too. Shoot. Yeah, I would definitely say go ahead and buy one. I think they're pretty cheap too. But just make sure. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just burped. I wish there were more guys like you around us. Now look, I grew up in the South of the United States, and I'm from here. I'm born here, raised here, etc. But it really took a lot of experiences, dating experiences, until, and it's for one thing, it is a process. It's a process. It's a long and arduous journey, but it's kind of funny because when people break up from relationships, they don't really take the time to really learn about what went wrong on both ends, not just what happened on a general level, but what about themselves. And that is probably one thing that guys in general, in particular, tend to disregard or ignore altogether, because they get caught up in their own feelings, admitting that their sense of masculinity has been compromised due to the fact that a woman decided to walk out on them from a relationship. I'm not saying every single guy, so that's one of the other things. I'm just saying that most guys who actually engage in that kind of behavior, they tend to feel like they did nothing wrong. When most of the time the lack of communication, that's one thing, and the second part is a lot of these guys, they tend to have this mentality that they are just perfect. And then of course there have been discussions. Oh yeah. And there's also been some kind of discussions that guys, and here's another thing, if you do confront guys, there's another question of how come you guys don't really check yourselves? You know, why is it that guys don't really, talk to each other and have these conversations? Sometimes, and I'm gonna be honest with you, if you look at some of these podcasts and such, it's kind of similar to when they have like casual conversations amongst one another anyway, when they're sitting down and talking to each other. And that's not a problem, Haywan. I understand you fairly well. I understand you fairly well. I mean, I don't really know how to speak Korean. I probably know like maybe one or two words, and that's about it. But I don't think. But we understand you're writing perfectly fine. Yeah, English is not that. Yeah, and look, the thing is that it takes a lot of practice. And I'll be honest with you, you're definitely way ahead of the game compared to a lot of people. Because if you're learning multiple languages, it does help out with your brain anyway. Because at the end of the day, it does mitigate or minimize the likelihood of you getting Alzheimer's, of having an onset of Alzheimer's. So, I'm happy for you. I'm really proud of you for that. I really am. Yeah, just like Andrea said that your English is actually fine. So it's phenomenal. It's fine. So we understand you perfectly. Maybe I should talk slower, But then again, this is the way how I usually talk anyway. And I'm from the, like I said, I'm from the South, so we do tend to talk pretty fast down here too. This is actually pretty cool, seeing you two interact with each other. I'm really proud of you. I'm really happy to see this, this kind of engagement between the two of you. This is really wonderful. I really like seeing stuff like this happen. Quite frankly, I really enjoy it. So, it's just that in this day and age, it's all about self-love, self-respect, and a journey towards self-discovery. And I would definitely say focus on all that, and that would be your most important asset that you'll have to go through. Yeah. Hey, look, you're only 17 years old right now. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take years down the line. And everybody goes at a different pace. I know it took a long time for me to really get to where I am right now at my age. And to be honest, it was necessary. I know there's always this woulda, coulda, shoulda kind of mindset where had I did this, yeah, I mean, I can tell you that it took me a long time to recognize some of my own personal shortcomings before I had to take a journey of self-reflection myself. And I don't mean like literally going to the countryside or going to the beach or taking some sort of pilgrimage or something. It could be that for you, or it could be, for you. But I know for myself, I had to sit back, relax. I had to sit back, think about everything. And it may not really hit me initially, but over time it is going to be something that will hit you like a wrecking ball the minute that you realize, it's going to take a lot of failures. Should I just go laugh loudly in public places? I don't know if you want to do that in public. You could I'll tell you what. Maybe the best thing you can do is look for a place called your own safe haven. I mean, think of it like this. What is your safe haven exactly? How would you describe your safe haven? What about you, Andrea? What would be considered your safe haven? Man, I kind of feel like this is actually like a throwback of the old days of broadcasting. Safe haven. Hold on, let me see if I can type it up for you. Let's see. There we go. Mm-hmm. And to give you an idea, yeah, introspection and artistry. Or a haven can also be like a physical place where you can find a sense of calm and you can also relax. Like, for me in particular, it's usually my own house, my own room, my own house in particular. Or when I'm sleeping. Or, for some people, if you're out and about, it could be nature. It could be the trees that you're surrounded by around your house, and you can just stare at them, or you can just sit next to one and just sit next to one and just kind of think. Or you can just use your own room. Yeah, I mean, you can also use your room, you can use your bed, you can sleep. That would take off some of the agony and some of the anguish. Yeah, I mean, like I said, my whole house here, this is practically my haven. Now, granted, I do have a career that I work. I have a career. I love my job. I love what I do. And it gives me a lot of time for me to think about stuff as well. So it's something that gives me a lot of thought, a lot of thought. So hey Juan, I can tell you that I'm a much older person. I'm old enough to be your father. So, and I literally mean that. So, think of me as not just, you can see me as a big brother, or you can see me as more like a mentor or a father or something like that. I'm 39 years old. Yeah, hey look, I'm more than twice your age. Let's just say that. In other words, I could be old enough to be your dad. So here's the thing though, like, so you write and you draw. Do you write poetry, or do you write prose or soliloquies? And you also have a sketchbook, you say, yeah? What do you normally draw? Do you draw, what exactly comes to mind when you draw? Do you draw like maybe abstract, is it very abstract, absurdio kind of art style? Or how would you describe your writing and your artistic abilities? Because it's kind of, because it seems like there's a lot of stuff that you do that I used to do. Ugh. Take a walk. And I also wanted to ask y'all something. Like, how you guys are interacting with me? Are y'all using the mobile? Are y'all using a mobile device, or y'all using your desktop? You are in your early 30s. Okay, okay. So, I'm 39. You're in your early 30s. That's cool. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Oh, mobile? Yeah. I'm still trying to get used to the whole mobile applications myself, but like I said, I might, if Prism does go straight to a subscription service and I can't use multi-streams anymore, I'm just going to have to go with YouTube all the way through, because Twitch, I have a Twitch account, but oh, you broke it a few days ago? It's dying slowly and painfully. Ooh, how'd that happen? Yeah, I mean, I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch right now. I mean, I don't really frequent Twitch like I used to anymore. And I still have the account now. I was thinking about, I tried to get rid of it last year, but I didn't remember how to actually access my Twitch to delete it for good. But then I remembered that there are probably 2 people that I still follow that I still subscribe to. You write fantasy books, so I draw whatever comes to mind, like concept art and rough sketches. You threw it on the bed and it bounced dramatically and fell on the ground. Boom, boom. Wait. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, wait a second. Do you have like a computer that you do your drawings on or something? Yeah, you don't have to join Twitch. Actually, you know what? I'll be honest with you. Join Twitch if you like seeing people play video games and live stream video games. And you meet up with all kinds of interesting personalities from all walks of life. You'll come across people from the United States, the United Kingdom, people from Korea, Japan. There are plenty of content creators on there, and if you like watching people play video games all day, then that's a great place to go to. And actually, they do have a couple of Korean streamers that's both from Korea, and some of them actually live in Canada, the United States, the United Kingdom, and they all kind of gather together. So they all have their own they all have their own groups, ecosystem, and stuff like that. Yeah. I used to have a sketchbook, but I don't know if you guys I have a sketchbook. I used to have a sketchbook. I used to have one. And that was back in 2004, 2005. But that was when I had art class, and that was when I really shined, because we were able to do all kinds of designs, learning how to draw, to be a lot more proficient when it comes to our ability to express ourselves through art. But it was more than just drawing sketches on paper. We also experimented with painting. We also experimented with using clay. That was actually one of my favorite projects that we did. So we had clay that they bought us, and the project that we had to do was we had to make chess pieces out of it. Now, I literally made I probably had the most creative and yet the scariest designs because they were all demon, angel versus demon themed kind of stuff. Now I was only able to make the demon side, and that was perfectly fine because I made an entire chess set full of demons, which is fine. And then everybody else had some pretty creative ones as well. And there was one dude that wasn't really all into art, but he was able to pull through making a very good bit of art. The only problem with him is, and I remember this vividly, was you were supposed to make the shape. Do I still have the sketchbook? Oh no, I don't remember if I think I have the sketchbook, but it's back at my parents' house. It's been a while. Oh, you had the power to copy. Well, look, here's the thing. You know, if you can actually do, like, when you copy, do you just look at the picture and then you just kind of replicate what you see? I mean, that's a talent in of itself. I'm not very good at that personally. I can't really copy something through and through. Me, I'm a very abstract person when it comes to art, when it comes to expressing myself in a creative way. So if you were to tell me to draw something, I'm going to draw it in my own weird way. That's it. And it's hard, you know, it's really difficult. It really is. I used to do before the pandemic very easily. Oh yeah? Used to do it for the pandemic. Ooh. So, oh, okay. Well, hey, it was nice meeting you, Haywan. You take care of yourself, and I really hope you have a good day. I'm not sure what time it is over there in South Korea, but I think it's in the afternoon, so you take care of yourself. That was actually pretty nice, though, seeing more people popping in on my streams. And like I said, hey Juan, you got this. And remember, the most important thing you need to preserve is your own peace. Always remember that. If you, at your age right now, if you can actually remember that as we speak, I can assure you that you will have a very successful future. So, hey Juan, pleasure to meet you. You take care of yourself and keep on fighting the good fight. Again, you got a lot of people that's going to support you, and you got a lot of people that's making sure that you are in a really good space. And feel free to come back. That was pretty good, though. I mean, Andrea, that was actually pretty nice. I mean, getting a chance to see more people popping in. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, I'm kind of surprised, but I figured, like, if I start broadcasting or start streaming every single day, I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep getting more and more people popping in, but that's kind of impossible given my personal work schedule. And that's something that's going to be a little bit of a conflict because it's an irregular schedule in most cases. There's no consistency behind it. There's a consistency, but not in the way that you're thinking. So I can only say that I will stream whenever I can. I will stream when I'm off. Well, here's the thing. I work a 24-hour, 48 off schedule. And sometimes I tend to work those schedules. Like I said, 24 hours. And then after that, I'm usually off for 48. Unless there's extra work or overtime to be made. That's exactly what I am, yes. That's exactly what I am, bro. Good job. But it depends on how busy the day is tomorrow. I mean, I'll be honest with you, the night before, that was actually kind of unexpected. So why do you hate fires with a passion? Oh, you know what? That's a dumb question. But in all seriousness, I will say this. It sucks when you're on the receiving end. And believe me, I've actually had my fair share of seeing people screaming and crying because they've lost their homes or they lost their vehicles. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much how I am with me. I mean, I like to be very cordial with people. You know, I'm the kind of person that actually tend to be more laid back and like to interact with people, generally speaking. But despite me being an introvert. You know, it's just, to me, it's just that I like the idea of being able to interact with people. It feels like something that I remember doing a long time ago, like back in 2006 when social media, when YouTube was at its infancy. And I'm not sure if you remember it back in the day, but you know, that was a time when YouTube used to be literally for broadcasting yourself and you can post wherever the hell you want. And Facebook was originally just for college students, and that was it, before it became more accessible to the general public and the general audience. Because it should have been just, you know, that was a long time ago. And then I remember that YouTube didn't even have a live broadcasting service, so they had to collaborate with another website that became defunct after a while, which really sucked. And yeah. So I guess what's going to happen tomorrow is, while I'm at work, when there's some downtime, I will do my due diligence to try to beat the damn game. I shouldn't have any difficulty with the game, but it seems to me that I have to do some adjustments with it because I was so close to beating it the last time, and I'm like, geez, you gotta be out your goddamn mind. I mean, how the hell did I even mess that up? Are you talking about self-immolation? Oh, when a body automatically compates? I'm not even too sure what you're talking about, man. You mean spontaneous combustion? Yeah, I mean, personally, I'd rather just. You know what? This is actually some pretty good stuff. I mean, one of my guys actually got me on drinking sparkling water, because initially I was just drinking a lot of La Croix and bubbly, but I got on this Waterloo stuff, and Waterloo is actually not bad. I mean, it's actually pretty tasty to me. Though I would definitely say that it's kind of hard to navigate, like shopping in different locations or different places, because for me, I'm always attuned with the idea. Oh, Mask Gamer 48, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. So this is the thing that really kills me, though. So I'm doing good, man. I'm doing perfectly fine. I'm just streaming right now, and man, yo, Four Eyes. Oh man. You know, when I first started Twitch, I remember they actually. No, I'm doing fine, man. So, Ian, you're asking me, how are you or anyone you've known subconsciously combusted? I think you got your words mixed up, man. You mean spontaneous combustion? I don't know if there. I don't recall any situation in which a person just somehow self-immolate. You know, somewhere. And yeah, Mason, I'm doing fine, man. I mean, I'm just kind of pissed off that I didn't get a chance to finish the final boss tonight because I didn't really expect it to be that difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Because I have the original version, and when I fought the final boss, I over prepared myself, and I'm like, okay, it wasn't that bad. But now I have the director's cut version of this game, and not Elden Ring. I'm talking about Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. It's the JRPG game that came out the director's cut version came out last year. Prior to that, the vanilla game came out on the Switch back in, I think, 2021 or something. I want to say that. 21, 22. But, yeah, it is hard. I'm not going to lie. It is pretty fucking difficult. Like, when you play a Shin Megami game, because I know a lot of people play Persona. And Persona is a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei, but it's definitely much more difficult. And the thing is that you can't power level your way through the game, but you're gonna have to be very smart in the way how you engage in the game. And honestly, I'm gonna have to reshape my strategy a good bit for me to beat the game. And who knows, I might actually show you guys, I may actually take a picture of it. Yeah, very strategic. But to be fair, I'm actually fighting against the final boss at his best. Because what really kills me is the original game, I was able to get to the final boss and get the fight against his true final boss and get the best ending. This time, I fucked up. Maybe it's probably because that's the way how the game is designed, at least in one of the routes I'm playing. That instead of actually having a neutral route, I have to choose between one or the other. Well, yeah, I have to reshape my strategy. I might have to change some of the moves around, and I might have to try my best to exploit the weaknesses, so I don't have to worry about getting messed up like talking about it. I did real good, and then I messed up pretty bad. And I feel real terrible about it. It really sucks. But I'm gonna get on with it though. But I got a bunch of games on my list that I need to finish up anyway, in my Switch, because I do plan on getting a Switch 2 eventually. But for me to do that, I'm waiting on something really big to happen to me in my personal life to trigger it so that I'll get it. And right now it's hard to get a Switch 2 anyway, because finding it on Amazon is impossible, because I think Nintendo is working out the logistics with Amazon at the moment. Trying to find it in Walmart, it's always sold out. Go to Target, sold out where I am. So I'm just going to have to wait. In the meantime, I'm just going to enjoy all of my games that I haven't touched since I got the system in 2020 at the end of the year. 2020 on December 1st / January 1st, 2021. There you go. Makes sense. Hey, no problem, Mass Gamer. It's really good seeing you, man. Good to see you again, man. I'm really happy to see that you're doing fine. And do come back anytime. mean, it's kind of fancy though when you think about it. Oh, jeez. That does suck. I gotta go ahead and put my shit up anyway. Oh, and don't mind me. I'm just here to put up my stuff. Oh, jeez. If this game is fucking hard, I cannot imagine what Nocturne is going to feel like because I am not ready for that. I feel like I'm not going to be ready for that. I'm going to be cursing the screen. I'm going to be throwing the controller. I'm going to be calling everybody a motherfucker under the sun. Not good at all. Actually, you know what? I am going to play the game tomorrow. I might actually be able to beat it the next day. I'm going to try something a little different. When you say strategize, it gave me an idea. Something that I should have actually done a while back. So, I'm going to figure this one out. It's going to be a weird, long, and arduous strategy, but I think it's going to work out just fine. Bastards. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, you love it? Oh, thank you. I really like it myself. This is a really good shit. This is actually some really good music from YouTube. It's very sublime. Give me a minute. I think the channel was called Tranquility Music, actually. It looks like an herbalist's cottage. Yeah, it is. It's actually pretty nice. It looks like an herbalist cottage. I mean, you can see the... It's very vintage. You can definitely see the raindrops in the back. You can actually see like the grass and all that that's actually growing on the house. You know, it does have a nice little aesthetic to it. But I wonder if it's actually appetizing or sanitary. And actually, we're going into the other room. The bedroom where I sleep at. Yeah. Don't worry, you're gonna see me just... Alright. Well, I'm at it. Let me turn off the TV in the other room. I'll be right back. Oh, jeez. Well, this is the other room that I usually am, that I'm usually located in. And for some reason, it always goes into this, it goes into one of these channels. Let me see.
10 million people.
I just turned it on.
Guarantees a fair amount of failures.
Oh,
What the commissioner means, short-handed. It does not mean that we are short on ambition or achievements. Quite the opposite.
Nobody is saying the NYPD isn't doing a good job in some respects. I didn't say it.
I mean, look, it may not be quite as fancy as the other room, but this is what I'm dealing with. Let me see if I can find this. Full pizza freedom for $9.99, right? Let me see. Or better yet, I got an idea. I'm gonna try this. Adrian Von Ziegler. Alright, let's see. Here we go. Here we go. That's 12 years ago. Mr. White Wolf. What the hell is this?
Get over here. Not everyone believes it, but the bad guys win good. And now you want to work at a bank.
Be right back. Okay. We got this. We got this. And let's see if you can see this a little bit more. That's one of the other things that brought back a lot of memories for me, listening to this kind of music. It's actually kind of beautiful though, very sublime. What's up, guys? There we go. So let's see. So there was a Celtic music right here.
Zevo works 24/7 to attract and trap flying insects.
Mm-hmm.
When your question is actually a bunch of questions.
When's the best time this weekend to host a backyard bar?
Well, yeah, this is actually it is Celtic music, but it's also but they also incorporate like Viking music and such. This is definitely very, very beautiful music. I really love this type of music. Actually, it's very sublime. I'm glad to see the composer is still alive and kicking after years of producing such incredible music. But I wanted to ask you though, like, what is your favorite kind of music anyway? Is this the kind of music you tend to listen to, or is there something else you prefer? I recognize the track. It's what I have saved in my playlist. Ah! So you know. Is it one of the tracks or is it an entire? Because this particular song and a bunch of others come from the same person, so there's a good chance you probably have a lot more of his music too. I'm a very chill person by nature, so music like this is a mixture. So music like this is a mixture of genres. Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. That's pretty cool. I like that. I really do. Here we go. I have to move this out the way eventually. Yeah, a mixture of different genres of music. Well, yeah, makes sense. But I'm not gonna lie though, like I'm a pretty eclectic person when it comes to different types of music, but this is predominantly what I would listen to on a general basis. I know people kind of look at me funny when they hear this music and it's like, what the fuck are you listening to? And I'm like, bro, this is some good fucking music. It's one of those things where they never saw coming. And I'm like, you can't appreciate good music like this? And I say, well, and they look at me like, well, it's not that we can't appreciate this music, it's just we never expect you to listen to something like this. And I say, well, buckle up, princess. You're going to be hearing a lot more of this shit coming from me. I don't think they actually object to it. They sound like you're inside the pub, laddie. Oh, you talking about the White Wolf soundtrack? Oh, yeah. That was uploaded like a day ago or something, like 3 days ago. I'm kind of surprised by it. Thanks, bud. I should have never went outside earlier today. It started raining like crazy. But I had to get some errands anyway. I had some errands to run. So that was kind of my whole thing. But I kind of expected. I mean, I got sinus issues. I have sinus issues anyway. So I'm bound to start sneezing and everything else, but I'll take a pill before I go to bed tonight. I mean, the allergies are... Oh yeah, I agree. It is beautiful music, isn't it? It's perfect music to listen to, especially during your downtime. I love it. Now, I know my wife, she kind of looks at me kind of funny because I listen to this kind of music, but I told her, you know, this is the kind of music that gives me a sense of calm, a sense of ease, and it gives me a reason to just kind of relax myself. So, you know, you're looking for your safe haven. It's a combination of different factors. And, you know, this is the kind of music that I generally love. Like, the first time I've actually heard Adrian Von Ziegler's music, I'm not on any medication, but if I have to take something, I would usually take, I'm not taking Zyrtec, I'm taking Allegra. or Benadryl if I'm sneezing profusely. But it's rare that it happens. It's just that I usually get the seasonal sickness, the usual crap. It sucks. It sucks. I know it's a little uncomfortable and a bit unsettling, but it's something I can't really help. I'll have to I gotta live with it, unfortunately. But I manage it with the best of my ability anyway. I manage it. I manage it fairly well. I used to be a lot worse, but that also meant that I had to change my eating habits and all that other jazz. Bends work right away, but make you super sleepy. Oh yeah. Drowsiness comes with the territory. If you take Benadryl, oh yeah. So that's why I'm not gonna really take it. I'm not gonna take it unless I'm off, or if I'm off the next day or so. Then I'll take it and I can just knock myself to sleep throughout the whole morning, or throughout the night. Then I can actually get like 8-10 hours of sleep. Are you kidding me? Let me see. I was listening to Celtic music that I was drawing in my sketchbook. Ooh, nice. When you listen to the music though, does it get you inspired to come up with something very nice? I tell you what, I don't sneeze nearly as bad as I used to. I used to be a whole lot worse. And you can't hear all the music. The music is really nice. Appreciate it. I'm about to go ahead and do this. Oh, you had a pre-planned drawing? It can be very inspiring. I mean, it's the best kind of music to listen to whenever you need to kind of set yourself in the mood to just plan to make something worth your while. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh yeah, still staying tonight. Good.
A few more minutes, guys. So I feel a little bit better. Let me see. How's my phone? Oh, well, that's actually surprisingly good. We actually got a bunch more. But you know something? I do have to go to bed anyway early. So we shall talk some other time. It was a pretty eventful stream. And I have to admit, it was pretty anticlimactic, for lack of a better word, mainly because I was supposed to do something to finish off the game. But unfortunately, I didn't do that. So I'm definitely going to have to be a little bit more strategic in my offerings, and hopefully tomorrow is going to be another day. Or am I really going to have to take it upon myself to lessen the load and make the difficulty a little easier, which I won't do. I'm a very stubborn son of a bitch. If I do something, I intend to do it and do it right. It is what it is. So, with that being said, I want to thank everybody that came to my stream. And I hope everything goes well with everybody for the rest of the week. And continue fighting a good fight. Not sure what else I can say. It's been nice. Take care.